And we are live with episode 24 of the Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure. We got to go see Lecter, and then we got to figure out what the is when we got to do the fragrance, which is just one small thing. And oh geez, that is a biggie. Is it supposed to be that big? There's no one posted here anymore. I imagine the department had the foresight to lock up the building before they left. In other words, our favorite fly on the wall probably picked the lock when he got here. The lock. Never mind that. We should head inside. Okay, but I wanted to talk to the thing. We know who that is. That's just confirmation for those of you who don't know. You should be further ahead. Watch your step. It's time to find out what this is all about. It should just be the end of the thing. Yeah, this door is Lecter Arendelle, captain of the Imperial Army's Intelligence Division. We have to be careful about what we do and say around him. It's best that we be prepared before going in. Once proceeded to the room, you'll now be able to buy your items, adjust equipment, or change your orbits for some time. Be aware that any outstanding support requests will expire as well. Officer Lloyd Bannings. We're the one who initiated the request. I don't know why it's the second option this time. What's up, guys? Working hard or hardly working? Good to see you had the decency to show up without inviting the defense force. Don't take that as a sign that we won't drag you out if you're in handcuffs. We know you had something to do with the Red Constellation's actions. There's no use pretending otherwise. Enough of the song and dance. How about you tell us what you're doing here in Crossbelt? Or better yet, where the hell my uncle and the rest of the Red Constellation are? You would know the Imperial government is their contractor, and you are the point of contact, are you not? Alright, settle down, kiddos, one question at a time. First off, I took the early train from the Empire here just this morning. Old Man Gillis orders, if that wasn't obvious to you. The Blood and Iron Chancellor. For what purpose? Well, before I get into all that, there's a little nugget of info I think you guys would rather know first. The Imperial Army is planning to invade Crossbell this afternoon. What? We're not falling for that. Actually, I wouldn't doubt it. The way things are heading, he just might be telling the truth for once. Are they going to go straight through Belgard Gate? Yep, there's an armored division ready to go at Garrelia Fortress. It's just one, sure, but I think you know how it'll go. They've got the Empire's latest tanks with all the bells and whistles. Crossbell's armored cars are going to get kicked around like tin cans. We have to report this immediately to the defense force. No point. It's not like they don't already know. We sent an official notice to the state government about this a while ago. Eh? But good old Dieter decided to keep our assets hostage at the IBC anyway, and then he went and crowned himself prez. It's like, how stupid can you be? They couldn't possibly stop an invasion from the Imperial Army. Or can they? That's why I'm here in Crossbell. Hey, any of you seeing Dieter's game here? What good is appointing Ario's Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force gonna do against those guys? I'm not sure. Arios is the strongest swordsman we know, but he's still just one man. Even he couldn't match up to a tank. Could be that they have some kind of trump card up their sleeve. Perhaps they reached some sort of compromise with the Republic to keep the Imperial Army in check. If that were the case, the President would have been so critical of them in his address. He must be planning to confront Calvert as well. That's exactly right. And there's Kilika. Huh? You're... Kilika? A pleasure to see you again, SSS. And to you as well, Captain Arendelle. I do apologize for my tardiness. Don't sweat it. We were just getting started. So, how are things going on your guys' end? smoothly, more or less. As of now, an armored aviation division has been deployed to the outskirts of Altair. The Republican army's on the move too? Oh no! Armored aviation division. You mean they're ready to attack from both the sky and the ground? Correct. It's a unit equipped with the latest high mobility tank models as well as military airships. They're by far the most maneuverable division within the Republican army. You've got to be kidding me. That makes this a pincer attack from both major powers. Between a rock and a hard place, to say the least. It doesn't take a political pundit to understand what brought about this situation. Even so, Dieter Croy refused to compromise, opting instead for drastic action. What he intends by it, however, is just about anyone's guess. There's one more piece to this little puzzle we've got going. So here, I'll go ahead and answer that second question you had. Second question? You mean about where the red constellation is? Yeah, it's a pretty simple answer. You ready? I don't know. No one does. Not even the Imperial government has any clue. That can't be. Why spend so much time building up a response just to admit you never had one? So what, you're telling us that you had them tear Crossbow inside out and just let him off the leash after? Actually, hold on just a second. We know the Red Constellation had a contract with the Imperial government at the time of the trade conference. They were hired to kill the terrorists who were targeting the Chancellor's life. Isn't that right? Bingo. I guess you must have heard it straight from the military monster's mouth. Then, this is just a hunch, but could it be that the Imperial government's contract with them ended the moment the terrorists were out of the picture? What? That would mean... I don't like where this is going. Not gonna lie, Lloyd, that detective's nose of yours would be pretty useful in my line of work. If only you were a bit rougher around the edges. Then, was I right? Yeah, nail on the head. The Imperial government hasn't had any contact with the Red Constellation since the trade conference. Dude, if he knew about this nonsense that they're doing. I thought it was pretty weird they didn't pack up and leave Crossbow as soon as their contract was over. Even I was shocked they decided to paint the town red the way they did. No way. Then why would Uncle Sigmund and the others pull something like that? Could they have signed a new contract with the Society, perhaps? I find that unlikely. During the Libera incident, the Society had a fleet of foot soldiers they referred to as Enhanced Jaegers. If they were to launch a full-scale attack on Crossbow, I'm certain they would have used what is already at their disposal. That makes more sense. In other words, there would be no need for them to outsource the job to another corps. I mean... Yeah, but those Enhanced Jaegers have Gilbert. What use is Gilbert? That lets us narrow down the list of suspects. And given the circumstances, it'd only be natural to assume that the attack was by order of the Imperial government, which is a misconception our guilty party stands to benefit from. Moreover, they would also need the funds to enter a long-term contract with one of the highest-ranking corps on the continent. It can't be. Sounds like you got the picture. At times, the truth can be found in the very last place we wish to. Hold on a moment. Are the two of you suggesting there's only one suspect we know who ticks all those boxes? Wait, maybe we shouldn't be jumping to conclusions. Lecter, Kilika, thanks for telling us all of this. I know this is a difficult spot given your positions. We'll take it from here. We should... Hello, this is Banning from the Special Sports section. Thank goodness, it finally went through. Lloyd, it's Cecile. Cecile? You sound frantic. What's going on? It's Arios. He came to the SSS building just now. Arios was there? Yes, and then he took Kia away with him. What? I tried to stop him with Kia. Actually, this will be easier to explain in person. Could you come back as soon as you can? We'll be right there, Cecile. Stay put and wait for us. What's going on? You look like you just saw a ghost. Arios went to the SSS building and took Kia away with him. Nani? The hell? Why would he do such a thing? We have to get back to the SSS building right away. Kilka, Lecter, sorry, but we've got urgent business to take care of. Of course, be careful. Good luck, guys. We can't beat Arios. We dead. I guess that little ankle biter really was the key to everything. You think they'll make it in time? Perhaps. Though I can't imagine it'll prove an easy task. Hey, how about y'all call in Class 7 and the Libero group? We could use the help. Cecile. Lloyd. Tell us what happened to Kia. You said she was taken by Arias. It's true, Arias came by all dressed up in his new white uniform. He said that he'd come to pick her up and she just nodded. You're kidding. You mean Kia went with him willingly? That's the way it seemed to me. I thought it was strange that she would leave without letting any of you know, so I tried to stop her. Kia told me that it was fine. Zayt was agitated, but Kia's words seemed to calm him down. Speaking of Zayt, he doesn't seem to be around. He wandered off on his own after those two left. I assume he's trying to follow them, but I couldn't say for sure. What in the world is happening? Could it be that she had plans with Shizuku today? I thought that might have been the case, but it didn't appear to be. For Arya said, it seemed as if they were heading to Michelin. Michelin? Yes, he mentioned having a boat prepared. Where else could their destination be if not the resort? Michelin has been on lockdown for the last few days. Why would he choose to take her there of all places? Damn, something's definitely off. We should follow them, Lloyd. Yeah, we have to secure a boat for ourselves. Sorry, Seal, but could you look after the place a bit longer? We're going to go chase them down. Of course, be careful out there. I didn't like the look on Kia and Arius' faces. They seemed so solemn. Whatever it is they're doing, it must be something gravely serious. Yeah. Noted. We have to find them and get to the bottom of this. Oh no! We'll have a match secure police boat at least. As far as I'm aware, Michelin has been completely sealed off. Most of the staff at the theme park and resort have also left. We can't rule out that they might be headed for the wetlands. But either way, the safe bet is heading for Michelin first. Ellie, did you actually get a hold of Maribel? No, I haven't been able to reach her in days. The aftermath of the attack on the IBC must be keeping her workload heavy. Well, putting her aside, do you think that Kilika and that jackass Lecter told... What Kilika and that jackass Lecter told us was true? You refer to the possibility of the culprit being... culprit behind the raid not being Erebonia, but rather our mayor turned president Dieter Croy. I actually don't know this. Lloyd, please don't worry for my sake. I admit I'm concerned that I haven't been able to contact my grandfather since yesterday, but I did manage to get in touch with Helmer. He said there's a possibility he's being detained at Orcus Tower. That bodes poorly. Not exactly an innocent verdict, huh? You know what is it? Once you start thinking of Mayor Croy as the one pulling the strings behind these incidents, then things start to fall into place, maybe too well into place. Wait, so does that mean Mayor Croy is the one who killed the, guy? That would make the right constellation in society not invading forces, but collaborators that he hired. Then there's Wald's demonization. Even the cult incident could have possibly been part of his master plan. Did they G-cult too? Okay, Wald is one thing, but you think he had ties with Joachim? I don't want to believe it. Well, to be fair, I doubt they would have had a direct connection to one another. From Joachim's words of behavior, I have no doubt he was the mastermind behind the incident caused in May. We can't completely discount the possibility that he might have been manipulated without even knowing it. The mystery of who moved Kia from the Sun Fort was never solved either. Someone had to sneak her into the Shores auction. And whoever it was, they weren't just some Joe Schmo. The Mafia was all over that shindig. Whoever did it has to be on the level of someone like a Yin or an enforcer. Yes, Lloyd Banning's the special sports section speaking. Bad damn time I got through. Put me on speaker. Tio's gotta hear this too. Jonah? Right, I'm switching now. Something happened, Jonah. No, I just want to chat. Of course something happened. It's Crossbow's orb and let. I found something prowling on it, and it's one hell of a monster. Monster? What are you talking about? At first, I found this really weird data structure stored on the fringes of the network. Couldn't make heads or tails of the array, so I just wrote it off as garbage. But after digging a little deeper, I found out it was running a souped-up version of the code the Society was using. The Astral Code. Would that make the data you found another trap laid by the Society? I mean, I doubt it. This data's been online for about 5 whole years. It's basically as old as Crossbell's orbital network itself. Oh. Yes, it is. It was the IBC that proposed the establishment of the orbital network to the state government. Ever since, the Foundation's technology has become commonplace in Crossbell, and the IBC has only gotten more and more involved. It's gotten to the point where the IBC knows the network structure inside and out. There's only one thing that can mean. Jonah, you referred to this code as a monster just now. What exactly is it going to do? What do you think I've been trying to analyze this whole time? To say this much for sure though, it's huge. The scope of the system could cover the entire orbital network. Crazy part is, it looks like it's built to correlate with another system. Like a real one. A real one? Do you mean real as in physical? Something that's not on the orbital net? Yeah, it includes every sector of the geofront. They built some kind of device that links them to Orcus Tower before rerouting them all to Michelin. Michelin? What a goddamn coincidence. I'm gonna get back to picking this thing apart. I'll call you when I know more. I don't know what you guys are up to, but you better watch Show This Backs. Got it? Well, shit! I know they call it a network for a reason, but this is like having a damn spider web under the city. It's hard to say what such a large-scale system could possibly be for. There's only one person I can think of outside of the Foundation Society capable of creating it. We have to keep pressing forward to Michelin. Kia and Arius are waiting for us there, as well as all the answers we've been looking for. Holy hell, Dieter! What have you been up to the last 5 years? This man played the long game then. Why is that Arabonia red? The bell tolls. Oh, that's scary. Is the one at the top of the Castle of Mirrors? Yes, I believe so. Check out the water too. It's got this kind of weird shimmer to it. You know what's going on, Tio? The spiritual energy of the atmosphere is rising. It appears to be emanating from the direction of the theme park. Just like the bell. I'm willing to bet that's where we'll find Arius and Kia. Right, let's go. Bro, we are fucked. The problem here is, yeah, oof. This could be all Lloyd. Which is to say, it's all Lloyd slash, Lloyd's 7th. Orbment, Arts, Galleon Tower. We do not... Oh! Well, no, we got some space stuff. Okay. We're in the clear. We just gotta spam like Photon Shot, Chaos Brand, etc. This is gonna suck. That's absolutely not terrifying at all. Rapid increase in spiritual pressure detected. Everyone be on guard. What? That. That is what she's talking about. Isn't that the same monster that appeared in the wetlands? I can sense the higher elements at work as well. You can't afford to hesitate. Commence the assault. You got it. Roger. Feck, 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 feck. Okay. Probably shouldn't be using the big boy ones. Blind 2, Poison 2, and Prickly Seed. What the hell was a cryptid doing here? A very good question. I am, however, almost certain the rise of spiritual pressure is directly related. It's just like what happened at the Moon Temple. The tolling of the bell could be related. Can't believe Arius would drag Kia into the middle of all this. There's no time to waste. Let's head inside. Roger. And right, and then yeah. Okay. I need to heal now! Right? We all Gucci? Yeah. Our best bet is, from now on, seems to be space until the final one, and then it's Mirage. It's Mirage only. Which, that's fine. Aw, heck. Heck. Pleroma grass. That was Mishy's flower bed. It's the same cryptid from the East Highway. Let's take it out. We want yellow. Yellow, you boys. Death Scorpion 2. That was the same place we encountered Campanella from this. This was the same place we encountered from the society. Just after that, we found Key in front of the castle all by herself. That's right. I can only hope the same happens this time. Hope can only take us so far. Hope can only take us so far. We're gonna have to go and see for ourselves. Yes, we should hurry. Yep. This is this is Earth or Mirage. And then we got the Dungeonis. Bro, that bell is fucking ominous. The Castle of Mirrors. So much for this place being just an average theme park attraction. Yes, the rising spiritual pressure is clearly coming from this structure. Yeah, it's because they replaced the bell with the big crossbell one. Presumably the very top floor of it. Apparently Belle was the one who commissioned this castle to be built in the first place. I just hope she isn't part of this. We'll find out when we get inside. With any luck, we should be able to make it to the top. It's the one from the old mine. What did they hire this thing on? As a gatekeeper or something? On your guards, everybody. We have a crypt to exterminate. Right. This is absolutely horrendous. Uh, 145. Okay, yeah. The Castle of Mirrors. Look at all the lights. And the seeming particles of spiritual energy ascending toward the top of the castle. The entrance to the stairs. Great. Someone went and closed it. Now the paths on either side are open instead. I've never known that to happen before, and I've been here more times than most. Could this really be your doing? You hear the sound of machinery deeper inside. Something about it is peculiar. We'll need to be on guard if we plan to continue. There's no turning back at this point. We'll do whatever it takes to reach the top. We're going to confront Arios and take Kia back. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Did I just exit? I'm just trying to get to the side, jeez. Blah blah blah. No, it's one of those story ones that I don't think they actually put the entire like story, whatever this story is. I don't think they ever put the entire thing in it. I don't know what these things are. Action blade? Hey, we got some more U materials. Where did the chest come from? Well, when a carpenter and a pile of lumber love each other very much. Things are going in some interesting directions, eh? No wonder they call him Detour. Dieter, not Detour. For fuck's sake. I do get the joke, though. Oh! Bro, this entire thing is so convoluted. ZCF and Michelin Wonderland collaborated to invent new playground equipment, but after months of work, all they came up with was a swing and a mish. I've already fought it. I don't need to fight it again. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the chestiest of them all? That would be Emma, probably. Or Roselia in her true form. Boy, oh boy, do I love Roselia. Roselia's true form. It's very nice. We're almost at the end. Just good, good, good. Oh, it took us 40 minutes. Although there should... That's Dragon Vision. Question is, do we want to do the monster chest that we'll never see again? Yeah, let's do it. Monsters appeared. Kylan. Alright. Mirage in time. Let's do it. No. Do I really have nothing? Dragon Vision! I don't know what that does. I really don't, and I also don't care. Anyway, there's also Criminal, which I think is a Master Quartz, and that's maybe? I don't know if I'm gonna grab... Criminal's a thing, right? Or an Onyx Gem. I'm guessing Onyx Gem... Okay, hold on a second. I do not have it, so it'll be a criminal. We made it. Yeah, top floor, but there's no sign of Kia or Arios. I failed to sense this the last time I was here. But I believe there's a hidden area behind that large mirror. There is? Yes, this spiritual energy is flowing there as if being drawn inside, which likely makes it our final destination. It must be. What do you know? We actually managed to catch up to them. Yeah. As success, ready weapons, we're taking Kia back, no matter what. Right. Yes. Roger Wilco. Okay, first things first though. There is one thing I want to grab. Maybe. Nope, monster chest. I can't be bothered. Faint particles of light are being drawn into the mirror. Looks like stepping into this mirror will take us straight through it. Kia, we're coming. Step inside the mirror. Bro, this is gross. Is that? What the hell? But why? Kia, Maribel, and Arios. Kia, Arios, Belle, Lloyd, everyone. So you finally come. Ah, yes. I forget Maribel's an evil villain. Belle, explain yourself. I just don't understand. Why are you doing this? Isn't it obvious? As a rightful descendant of the Croy family, the inheritors of the goddess's treasure, it's only natural that I carry out the duty bequeathed to me. The goddess's treasure? It can be. You mean like the one they found in Liberal, the Oriole? So I already know of them. That simplifies things. The Septarians, 7 treasures bestowed onto mankind by Adios in ancient times past. One of them had been passed down through my family, generation after generation. That is, until 1200 years ago. What are you even getting at with this? A set of unfortunate circumstances caused us to lose the divine gift we had been granted. As a result, the Croy family set into motion a grand plan to resurrect our Septarian, no matter the cost. The Line of Crossbow itself was an essential piece of the algorithm, the foundation for our greatest ceremony yet. Algorithm? Are you referring to whatever system it is that's been exploiting the Orbital network? Why, yes, I am. It is a feat of magical science, a confluence between Orbital engineering and the Croy family's alchemy. Without it, such an outlandishly large and complex ceremony could never be feasible. Ceremony made possible through magic and science, as well as alchemy. Now I get it, it's all come together. The alchemists who built Sargaz's tower and supplied the cult with their advanced technology. It was the Croy family, wasn't it? For real? That must be the case. The logic adds up perfectly. That would include the cradle Key was slumbering in. Naturally, it was delivered to the cult by the Croy family hundreds of years ago. We granted them their object of worship, and in turn, they did as we bade them. That's just as I thought. The DG cult was only a tool. One that the Croy family manipulated from the shadows to achieve their own goals. This is so fucked! Correct. You can think of the cult as nothing more than an ensemble cast of puppets. Though I doubt the poor dear has ever had any awareness of that little fact. Well, how was that? Enough backstory for you? Oh, and I should add that Arios here has no prior connection to the Croy family. He's merely endorsing our project from a professional standpoint, as our trusty collaborator. That doesn't help! Arios, what the hell's got into you? You really just gonna keep playing make-believe with this chick? Make-believe, is that how you see it? You're not entirely wrong there, I agree in some respects. Well, I endeavor. But even so, they possess the power required to bring about the change I seek. So long as that's the case, I'll gladly go along with this little fantasy of theirs. Even if I have to spit in the face of Adios herself to do it. Woo! Unbelievable. How could you? Honestly, this is all a bit too much to take in. I'm still not sure what to make of everything we've heard. But I do know one thing. The one thing I can say for sure. There's no way in hell I'm letting you drag Kia into this delusion. Please, Kia, you have to come back to us. I don't know what lies they put in your head, but you're still the same Kia we all know and love. There's no reason to put yourself through this. You should be with us, smiling, not sitting there in pain. Lloyd. Well, Kia, Lloyd has made his case perfectly clear. But what is it that you desire? Kia? What's wrong? Kia, think about what it is you really want here. Yeah, the thing is... Oh, this is annoying. Don't you want to run over to us? Jump into Lloyd's arms the way you always do? Isn't that where you feel safest, where you feel most at home? Randy, that's right. I know you think what you're doing here is for the best. But what matters most to us is your well-being. It always has been. L-E-T-O. Hey, well, isn't this a tender-hearted moment? Ouroboros! So you're in league with one another after all. Oh, now I prefer to call it a mutually beneficial arrangement. Uh-huh. Says the future Anguis. Good day, everyone. I take this to mean that your preparations are complete. But of course, I dare say you'll be pleased with the progress that has been made. The bells, too, are poised to toll. All that remains is to turn the key. I wouldn't be opposed to waiting until your guests have finished up their little melodrama over there. We really should be getting this show on the road. Time's almost up. My, so it is. Here they come. Who are you talking about? Time's almost up for what? The invasion. The Imperial and Republican armies are at our doorstep. No. Why don't you make yourselves comfortable and enjoy the show? Oh, we get to watch it through the thing again. Anime! Wait. So this is what causes Rain to have to come in after Cold Steel 2. I don't believe this. It's really happening. But the defense force stands no chance of stopping them. Correction. We already have the key to doing so. She's right there. President Croy. Uncle. To our guests from the society, you have my deepest gratitude for cooperating with our project. You as well, Arios, Bell, everything seems to be proceeding smoothly. Yes, so far. The rest is in our hands. There you have it, Kia. You understand what you must do, yes? You're the only one who could deliver us from this crisis. Fuck. Good girl. Holy. So each one of Aaron Rhodes' knights is at the bell. That'll give it an emotional connection at the very least. Oh goodness. It's all of the elements being brought up. Water, fire, earth, winds, time, space, and mirage. The heck's going on here? I was converted over energies pouring into his tower. Yeah. Kia, no! Bell, don't do this. I don't know what the hell you're trying to pull off, but it ends here. We must stop them. The Divine Blade of Wind. If you wish to pass, you'll have to go through me. Come, SSS, prove to me that you can muster up the strength. The strength to overcome the barrier that Sergei, Guy, and I could not. Don't let him rattle you. It's 4-on-1. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. We have to create an opening somehow. AI system activate. One target to neutralize. Holy heck. Okay. Okay, before we do this fight, I'm gonna BRB. Well, shit has hit the fan. Okay. Bro! Bro! What is that? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win this fight. But that's fine. Oh, we're 100% gonna fry for this. Why is he facing away? That's what I don't get. Oh, we're dead. We had no shot. The difference between our fighting prowess is too great. Not bad, but your tactics are far too predictable. You'll fall short at this rate, just as we did. Everyone! Fret not, their lives will be spared. If your concentration were interrupted, the outcome would suffer for it. And we wouldn't want that now, would we? I know. I won't hesitate anymore. Kia, why? Oh. Kia? No, stop! Yeah, please stop. Hey, yo, as cool as this is, Kia, please stop. Oh, they're putting up a barrier around Crossbow. That's terrifying. It's at 4 points. Orcus Tower and the 3 bells. Oh no, 4 points? Ayo. Ah, it's light. The hell's happening? It's the 7 elements. Their spiritual density is reaching critical levels. This is what happens when a Septarian unleashes literal... Ayo. Kia? Arousing success. And with that, the Septarian of Mirage is resurrected at last. Actually, I stand corrected, for this is the birth of a being that transcends its predecessor, the Septarian of Zero. The Septarian of Zero. This can't be happening. Man! What the fuck? Lloyd, everyone. Kia, is that really you? Yes. Let's go, Belle. No. As you wish. Take care of them if you would, Arios. Understood. Kia? Where are you going? I'm sorry, and thank you for everything. My heart! No! Never forget that I love you all. Hey, well, it's back to normal. Aha. Oh? That you, Shrimp? Wow, look at you, all floaty and glowy. Kia, or no, perhaps it'd be more appropriate to call you the Divine Child, as the cult did. You have my deepest gratitude for making your second coming to this world. As current patriarch of the Croy family, it is my honor to welcome you. We can dispense with the formalities, Father. We must go and pick up our newly received gifts. Ah yes, how could I forget? My, but it does warm the heart to see my hard work finally come to fruition. To you, the inheritor of one of the greatest treasures' power. On behalf of the Grand Master of Ouroboros, allow me to congratulate you on your rebirth. They're hardly adequate for such a momentous occasion, but I hope you will accept these gifts. Please take them. Thank you. Holy heck. That's some badass looking mechs. They're not like Divine Knight levels, but you know. Pretty up there. Obviously nothing is Divine Knight levels, and Divine Knights are literally Septarians. Well, when combined, they're dual Septarians. Holy shit! Whoa, they're so cool. Those are some fine toys you're getting. Divine Archaisms. Aeons. 3 interfaces through which the miracles of a Septarian can be performed. They exceed every expectation I could have had. Thank you, our esteemed guests from the society. We are in your debt. It's the least we can do to repay your gracious financial assistance. I should be thanking you for providing me an avenue to apply all the data we accumulated from the Gordius series. Lest we forget, this too is the will of our Grand Master. There's no need to feel indebted to us. How generous of you. Kia, will you do the honors? Yes, right away. So this is their end game. Huh? Hey, what? Just completely roasted them. Jeez. This can't be. The 5th Armored Division has been completely wiped out. I can hardly believe it myself. Some sort of humanoid weapon showed up and mowed them down like they were nothing. That's preposterous. And no matter, we will not tolerate this act of defiance. Activate the railway guns. Target Crossbell City. Avoid densely populated areas. Our goal is to send them a message. Yes, sir! You're not sending a message. You can't exactly target Crossbell City and avoid densely populated areas. Have you all seen Crossbell? Oh! Oh! Yikes. Whoa, Nelly! Holy shit. Bravo, bravo! The Septarian of 08, a fitting name, all it touches turns to null. 3 pinnacles of the Gordius series all in unison. Through the divine child, they are able to act autonomously as the agents of her miracles. This will make for a most fascinating report. I can hardly wait to submit it. It's impressive, no doubt. That it is, and yet this is only the beginning, isn't that right? This moment marks Crossbell's consecration as the continent's promised land. The might of the Empire Republic is no more, but from this hallowed ground a new order shall ascend. The world over will bear witness as the Croy family's righteous ideals become reality. You are a demented bitch. I'm gonna have to play this on PC just so I can screen cap. Just for all the screen caps. I can't believe this. Please, someone, tell me this is all just a bad dream. I wish I were able to. Not even nightmares would be this cruel. Yeah. Apparently Sony released a Walkman in 2023. You could be more right. Behind every miracle is a harsh reality. There they are. Secretary McLean, are you alright? Oh, hell. Resistance is futile. Huh? That voice. The second lieutenant secret. The defense force has already secured the perimeter surrounding Michelin. Please surrender peacefully. Noel, how could you? Well done, second lieutenant secret. So Noel's a traitor? Crap. It's time I return to Orcus Tower. I leave you to handle their arrest. Damn. Yes, sir. Wait, stop. I have one question for you, Arius. Just one more question. You've been collaborating with the Croy family for years now. If that's the case, then did you kill Guy Bannings? Are you the one who took my brother from me? Huh? It couldn't be. You being serious here? Yes, that's exactly right. Fuck! Chapter 4, Crossbill's fate. End. Fuck me. I did not see that coming. I wanted to stream until 2, but oh boy. I don't think that's happening. Striga Omega. Power Suit Z. Or Z, technically. Inside Scoop, Guy Bannings. The raid on Crossbell City. We gotta do the fragments. I said I was gonna do fragments today. Absolute pain. That they forward the independent state of Crossbow of Virtue's categorically viable power promoted daring diplomatic coalition. The proposal of the establishment of the United States of Nations of Zemuria with Crossbell as its leader. This framework, which prohibited all military action and guaranteed free economic activity, was enticing to small countries, and autonomous states suffering under the Empire and Republic's iron fists. Libero and Ferrier Arteria initially opposed the Union as excessive and imperious, but in time they too capitulated, unable to push back against the growing momentum. In Calvert, an economic crisis arose as a result of the events of Crossbell. Before long, anti-immigration terrorism began to run rampant within the Republic. Meanwhile, Erebonia found itself engulfed in a civil war between the noble and reformist factions, as rumors spread that the Blooded Iron Chancellor had been assassinated. We have hit Cold Steel 2. Unofficially, Ouroboros made its endorsement of Crossbell known to every nation on the continent. Soon, nothing unknown would be able to stand in the way of President Croy's ambitions. Beowulf. Boring. That went by way too quickly. How come those big hunks of metal got to have all the fun? No one's even trying to invade anymore after they wiped that first wave clean off the continent. Everything alright, Shirley? Oh, hey, Daddy. I was wondering, don't you think it's time we got out of this place? Things are really hitting the fan over in the Empire. It'd be way more fun over there, wouldn't it? Public sounds like a blast too. Anywhere but here, really. We still have a contract to fulfill. If you're feeling bored, you could always occupy yourself with that delinquent. Well, I guess he can put up a good fight when he demonizes. But when he's off his pills, I'd have a better time scoring off against sewer rats. Besides, he went out to do his own thing for today. Heck if I know where, though. What about our new friends from the society? They seem plenty entertaining. I don't know, they're not bad, but I'm not sure if we're compatible, you know? Plus, that broad in the armor looks way out of my league. Yeah, Aryan Road is a whole different ball game. Holy shit. Hell, Rufus only beat Aryan Road because he... Anyway, Rufus had to sneak attack her to beat her. And that was even after we actually beat her. Very perceptive of you. Still, you'll only waste away sulking like this. What about a little deserter? He's making his way over to Mainz as we speak. Oh yeah? Still hasn't learned his lesson yet, huh? Is he really stupid enough to put up his dukes against us? Don't undersell him just yet. He's no weakling. Not as much of one as you seem to think, at least. Really? I'm just not seeing it. Well, whatever. If you think he's tough, then you can have him, Daddy. That may just be for the best. Your new favorite playmate is still closer than you think, after all. Really? You mean she didn't go back to Calvert? Heiue's forces have been spotted near Armorica village. Intel says Yen has been among them ever since the raid on Crossbell City. He's a stubborn bastard, that Zhao. Turns out the entertainment you're looking for has been here all along. Who cares about that four-eyed schmuck? I'm gunning for the real main attraction. Oh yeah! Now I'm getting revved up! We never got a chance to go all the way back at our conceal. With next time I get my hands on her, I'm really gonna have some fun. Knock yourself out. I expect no less from you, Mr. Orlando. So they're still in Crossbow. Wald is back here. Really makes me want to play Cold Steel 3 and 4. Mostly 3. I'm not sure how I feel about the whole honestly, no, 4 is good. Damn. Wald? Tino, what are you? Wald. It really is you, Wald. Where have you been? We've all been so worried. I'm so glad you're safe, Sob. Everyone else got hurt pretty bad. A couple were led out of the hospital, but they haven't come back to Ignis at all. It's gonna be okay though, right, Wald? As long as you're here again, then... What? Wald. The Saber Vipers are over. Don't bother trying to follow me. I'm not gonna say it twice. No, you can't mean that. Come on, Walt. You're a leader, the one we've always been able to count on. The others said the demon who attacked us that night was you, but that can't be right. Tell me it's not true, Walt, please. I mean, Walt could literally demonize for a second and then go back. Stop. You have some nerve showing your face here, Wald Wales. Did everything you put the downtown district through? Not on our watch. Somebody has to put a stop to you. Well, why did you do it? What was it even in it for you? We know you're behind this. You turned into that monster and wrecked our holy ground. You betrayed your men, spilled their blood. They trusted you, believed in you. You're despicable. So, where are Wazi and Cubalt? Not that they ever belonged here. They finally turned tail and run. Show your damn mouth. They'll definitely come back. They're not like you. Oh yeah? They have their own mission, one they're duty bound to fulfill. That's why even if they did leave the city, we know they haven't abandoned us. We may not know exactly what they're doing, but we believe in them. A mission, huh? That's so. Maybe we'll get to settle things for good after all. Ain't that right? Was it? And with that, the focus of the Phantasmal Blaze plan now shifts to Erebonia. We'll be staying here to observe for the time being like we planned? That is correct. I'll remain at hand until the proper stage has been set in the Empire. This new Septarian of Zero compares quite favorably to the power of the long-absent Septarian of Mirage. What's more, it seems to wield latent abilities that the original could have never possessed. Looking forward to seeing how far the Croy family's alchemy can take this. My, Professor, you're just chomping at the bit over this, aren't you? Speaking of which, it seems our old rivals are finally starting to make their move. Yes, think of it as an opportunity. The position differs inherently from our own. Perhaps clarifying just how much would be wise for the future. I will trust the two of you to see to that. I intend to stay here and continue gathering data on the Septarian of Zero. For may have the potential to serve as the ultimate interface, one capable of linking mankind to the gods. All this exposition, man. Kia. Oh, Shizuku. Have your eyes recovered? Yes, the dizziness stopped and I can see colors again. It's all because of you, Kia. Thank you so much. I'm glad. We don't have to thank me, Shizuku. You and everyone at the hospital worked hard for this, right? All I do is give the final push. If you say so. Besides, it'd be a waste not to put this power as given to good use. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make if it means I can give you the gift of sight back. But Kia, I mean, I'm happy. I really am. I've been blind for so long. I always felt like I only made life harder for Father. And all the time we've been best friends, I've never even seen your face. So now I finally can. It makes me so happy that I could cry, but... Still, Kia, are you really okay? Is this really what you want? To be apart from Lloyd and the others, to be forced to do all these scary things. I don't like it. What they're doing to you isn't right. Miss Maribel, Mr. Croy, not just them, Father too. Shizuku. Thank you, Shizuku. I love you so much. But I'm fine. I knew what I was getting myself into when I made my decision. So you don't have to worry for my sake, okay? Yeah, she made the decision on her own. She made the phone call. Fragments. Crossing False Paradise. Begin! Ugh. We're in prison now. It's gross. Knox Prison. Huh? The other members of the SSS are under protection in separate locations. Sorry to tell you that you're the only one here, Lloyd. You don't need to apologize to me. Protection is a funny way to put it, though, don't you think? Just what exactly is it that you're protecting us from? I'm sure you've pieced it all together by now. Who's behind the raid on the city, I mean? The ones who hurt Fran. Your one and only sister, Noelle. I know! But still, I'm a proud member of the CGF. Even if the name on our emblem changes, my responsibilities won't. I have a duty to uphold to my state as a soldier. If I don't, then Crossbell will be wiped off the map by the Empire and the Republic. Noelle, I get it, Lloyd. I know that what they're doing to Kia isn't right. And having to rely on the side of all people makes me sick. But you saw it, didn't you? The Imperial Army fired those terrible railway guns straight at us. They're weapons of mass destruction. Had they hit, hundreds of people would have died. Hundreds? No, it would have been all of Crossbell. There was no other way. I'm sorry. I know I don't have any right to say this to you, Lloyd. No right to even be here. All the same, I can't imagine you'll be detained forever. Once the crisis has passed, you'll likely be acquitted and released. So please, just stay patient for now. After hearing what she had to say, any possible response I could have made escaped me. Not only that, I failed Kia. I failed to protect her, to see the burden she had been carrying long before that day. So wrapped up in trying to protect everyone that I neglected the one person who needed it most. Both Kia's origins and the person who killed my brother. I swore with my heart and soul that I would uncover those two truths. Did you kill Did you kill Guy Bannings? Are you the one who took my brother from me? Yes, that's exactly right. Never forget that I love you all. Oh, that's heart-wrenching. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Guy. It looks like I'm not ready to catch up to you after all. I couldn't keep my promise. What do I do now? What can I do? I don't even know anymore. Pathetic. Look at you. Are you really the same hotshot detective who put us behind bars? Makes me feel like a chump for spending the last 6 months eating cold slop in this hellhole. Leave me alone. And say what you want. We both know you have no one to blame but yourself for ending up here. The fact that we were the ones to finally arrest you was just a matter of us being in the right place at the right time. That's the truth of it. That barrier wasn't one we got over by our own merit. You're a real killjoy, kid. But I'll cut you some slack. The talk of the yard's been that things are going down the shitter out there. Who'd have thought the CEO of the IVC was the brains behind it all? Man's more of a dictator than a president. Now you've rattled the cages of the right constellation, the society, the CDF, hell, even the divine blade of wind. There's one royal flush I wouldn't want to. There's one royal flush I wouldn't want to deal into. That's for sure. Yeah, like a little piece of unsolicited advice. Your best bet is to wait out the storm. You'd have to be a damn fool to try and face what's shaking down out there. But hey, maybe it runs in the family. Oh, that's right. You knew my brother, didn't you? I guess you could say we were acquainted. The stubborn son of a bitch never quit sticking his nose where it didn't belong, no matter how much we threatened him. And yet his same smug ass would stroll up to you at a food court an hour later to shoot the breeze over a few drinks. No, that's hilarious. I 100% would do that. I'd be like, yeah, look, I would 100% just be Guy. God, he was annoying. Yeah, that sounds like Guy, alright. Honestly, I couldn't picture someone like him going down to anyone, not even death itself. Guess I was wrong, though. The world's just full of surprises. I mean, he was shot in the back by fucking Arios McLean. Asshat McGee. Anyway. He never gave up the fight, did he? Not even for a second. I'll say, and it wasn't just Rivash either. The man was barking up everyone's street. Corrupt Diet members, intelligence agents from both Imperial and Republican. Hell, he even managed to sniff out Joachim a Selja away. He had real fire in his belly, that much I can't deny. Right. Hey, don't go getting the wrong idea. Guy Bannings wasn't some superhero, got that? Huh? In terms of sheer power and instinct, McLean would cream him every time. And he could never hold a candle to Sergei the Scrutinous when it came to fighting, when it came fighting smarter instead of harder. And if it's sound judgment deduction skills you want, that bastard Dudley was always a cut above him. Your brother had his limits. It sounds like literally everybody on his team was better than him at something. Guy Bannings was a jack of all trades, master of none, in the literal sense. Whereas everyone else was just a master of one. I mean, of course, but no, he has a point. But if there's one thing he had going for him that no one else did, I'd have to say it was his tenacity. Oh. That's what kept him on his feet, more likely than not. Taking action was second nature to him. Gave him the moxie to punch above his weight, the odds be damned. It wasn't that he was in over his head either. He knew exactly what he was doing. The man left an impression on you, much as I hate to admit it. Word of advice, Lloyd. To be a man, you have to be willing to tackle the issues you're facing head on. Follow your heart and intuition and grasp the truth with your own two hands. If you can do that, you'll be able to see what exactly it is that you want to do. If there was anything that kept my brother going, it was his desire to protect everything that was important to him. Not just his family and loved ones, but Crossbow itself. When you think of it that way, maybe that included all of you and Rivash too. The hell? Trust me, I know it sounds. You probably wouldn't need his help, let alone want it. But I think more than anything, he wanted to know what made Crossbow tick, even if that meant breaking it open to look inside. That way he could strive to protect this land and its people in his own way, day in and day out. So that's the man he was. An absolute grade A bona fide idiot. Yeah, pretty much! And Lloyd takes after him! Yeah, that's one department I could never hope to catch up to him in. Still, I'm his younger brother. I'm going to take after him in some respects, whether I like it or not. What are you saying? Oh, hell no, don't tell me. You're not thinking of busting out. To me, staying here would be the real escape. I don't plan on running away when I've got a truth to get to the bottom of. As detective of the CPD's Special Support Section, I'll free my comrades from captivity and take Kia back. I swear it. You're even more of a halfwit than he was. Garcia. Let's see what you got, kid. What can a little punk like you hope to accomplish during a shit show like this? Here's your chance to prove just how determined you really are. What the? It sounds like it's coming from the cell in the back. Ah, that's all you got? You snot-nosed little whip? Cough, cough. Are they pretend fighting or actually duking it out? What? A fight? Hey, break it up. What's going on in there? It's because of you that I'm stuck in this crowbar hotel. Say your prayers, you son of a bitch. No, please. Damn it, he's not stopping. Yeah, I don't think... That sounds so... Okay, yeah, he's not stopping. No way around it, let's go. Yeah, ready your weapon. Cease this at once, Rosie. Freeze, don't make me shoot. Yeah, come on, we're just having a little fun. I didn't mean to get so carried away. Cheeky bastard. You can say goodbye to all that good behavior you've racked up. Now step back and keep your hands where we can see them. Damn it, short-staffed or not, we shouldn't have to put the two of them in the same cell. Hey, are you alright? Damn, his injuries must be internal. Hurry up and call a doc. Actually, I'd rather you didn't. Boom. You little... Boom! Oh, jeez! I wish there was another way we could have pulled this off. A little late for that, kid. Besides, this was your idea. I thought you were out of your damn mind when you told me to hit you. Never pegged you as the hustling type. And I never knew Revash was hiding a budding actor in its ranks. You really did break one of my back molars, though. Well, pardon me. Maybe I'd have hired you as stuntman if you hadn't put me out of work. Anyway, promise is a promise. I'll back you up till we get outside. So what's the plan? This is the 3rd floor of the prison, so they should have fewer soldiers stationed here. Our goal is to find a way to break through the gaps in the patrols and escape from the ground level. I like it. It's been too damn long. Time to have some fun. Load equipped a pair of makeshift Tauntaun Fuzzy fashioned out of pipes. Garcia has joined the party. Beware the Enigma 2 has been confiscated. You will be unable to use arts. All of your items have also been seized, so be mindful of your HP. Eh? Ah! Damn it! No! Bro! I have 0 EP. When I asked to be locked up, this isn't what I had in mind. Yeah. Well, Zach is taking those two. I'm ready to trade shifts and get out of here already. Huh? Hey, what are you? The question is there like a big boss type fight? Not really. No. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Damn you. Don't think you're gonna escape. Boom. Jump the alarm system from his Enigma. Well, what's our next move? Let's prepare for this. We're going to have to force our way through. Fine by me. Think about XF, I'd like to be something more than a chest. I'd like to travel all over the world, helping people, getting them just what they need when they need it. Yeah, in XF, I'd love to be a crate. There's some battle scopes before the Celestial Wongs. There they are. Freeze. Question, is the 4 fight the worst we get? Nope, there's a 5 fight. And a... Jeez. There's a 5 fight and a 3, 2, 3. That'd be 8? An 8 fight, yikes. They've even started using warhounds. The old CGF would never have done this. Just how far have they fallen? Seems to me like they learned a few things from Revash's results. Chances are they're pumping those pups with drugs to control them too. Those old boys look like a bunch of five-trick killers, didn't they? And whose fault is that? Can't imagine the decision was made by Commander Biles or Deputy Commander Douglas. It wasn't. You busting out of here? Great, take me with you. What do you mean I'm too heavy? I mean you're too heavy, man, dude. Rosie, and that kid from the SS. Damn it, detain them. Run out of breath already, are you? You really think you have what it takes to get out of here in this sorry-ass state? Honestly, no, I wouldn't trust myself to do something like this on my own. Well, with you backing me up, I just may be able to pull this prison break off. At this point, I'm willing to exploit every advantage I can get. Look at you turning over to the dark side. You won't hear me complaining, now let's bust this joint. I bet you're wishing you kept that get out of jail free card you found back at the Revash hideout right about now. I had one of those? Anyway, there's one more item. Yep, this is the big one. That's more than we bargained for, but get past this and we're home free. What do you say, kid? Really ready to hit him where it hurts? Roger now. We've identified the two fugitives. The first is former Revash executive Garcia Rosie. The second, Lloyd Bannings of the SSS. Do not let them escape these prison grounds. The honor of the defense force depends on it. Yes, sir. Honor, huh? I wasn't aware you had any. Yeah, I'm with Garcia on this. What? How'd they make it down here so quickly? Sorry, but you're in our way. Why don't you fellas show me what you can do? My fist versus your honor. Your fists versus nothing? That's... I mean, that's entertaining, but... Charge! I got all of them except this guy. That's funny. Dude, we actually did it. I have to say though, I'm impressed. You still pack a punch even after all this time in prison. Remaining the Red Constellation's leader are insanely strong too, but you're definitely no slouch. Talk about the Scarlet Ogre, yeah? The Sigmund Orlando? He and I crossed paths all the time back in my Jaeger days, so believe me when I say he's more monster than human. I hear his little girls chip off the old block too. Yeah, when it comes to pure combat strength, she might even be more than a match for the society. Then again, one of their members in particular is more formidable than I can even comprehend. You're seriously itching to break out of here and face them all head on? Talk about a light at the end of the tunnel. Well, that's the price of freedom. It's closed off. There should be a way to unlock it nearby though. Mamira says it's in that room over there. Well, what are we waiting for? The lawyer covered his name with two and all equipment and items that had been confiscated from him. There we go. I knew they had to be keeping all the stuff somewhere. The court stash is in here too. That's everything accounted for. Hurry it up, kid. We gotta move unless you want to get your ass thrown back in the cell. Right. The question is... Damn it! My shit isn't set. Galleon Tower. Then... Cast 2. EP Cut 2. Confused gives it to me. I'm missing Mirage? Yeah. $12.44. And Galleon Tower apparently doesn't... Oh, 10.22, yeah. 4, 2, 3, that's 5. And 2 would give me 4. Yeah. Shackle could have worked. Anyway, Lloyd has this thing set for good. Equipment. Woo! Boy, what? Prevent seal and mute would work. Okay, Lunar Spirit Beams. He suddenly has a 50 EP. We're done. But that would be the end of the stream as well. Once we finish this. Got it. Good. Now let's get the hell out of here. Where the heck are we? Garcia? Our little partnership ends here. You're on your own now. Uh-huh. Despite everything, I still got a responsibility as the leader of Revash's rank and file. Hell, not just to them. I owe it to our Dawn as well. I can't just abandon them to save myself. Wait. Why even help me come this far if you had no intention of escaping? You can't seriously be thinking of facing the defense force alone. They're too much, even for you. Let me. This ain't your battle to fight, kid. You got truth to get to the bottom of. You said it your own damn self. Besides, your crew is waiting for you, not to mention that little girl of yours. Do you really have time to waste on a no-account convict like me? Thank you, Garcia. As a member of the CPD, I can't advocate you staging a breakout, so I guess all I could say is take care of yourself. As if I need you to tell me that. Let's go! Lloyd Bannings. That's some little brother he's left behind. The kid's got a good head on his shoulders, I'll give him that much. Oh, we're at the police academy. Right where I want him. Bring it on! The killing bear's ready to maul your worthless asses! Based. Go killing bear. Yeah, we're at the academy. Watch over him, Adios. Pleroma grass everywhere. There's pleroma grass blooming here too. Must have happened while I was in custody. Is this because of Kia? Everything begins once I cut my way through here. For now, I have to focus on getting to the highway. There's a path out of all of this, I know it. I just have to keep my wits about me. Garcia's left the party. So I can't believe that Ren, Joshua, Estelle, and the rest would just sit by and let all this shit happen in Crossbow. But also, it's none of their business. Not good. I gotta break their line of sight somehow. Target confirmed. It's Lloyd Bannings. Execute pincer formation. Damn, no way around it. Bro, you are not jumping into the forest. The man's insane. Ah! Lloyd! For fuck's sake. Really, Lloyd? Really? The uniforms may be different, but they're just as unshakable as ever. Come on, Lloyd Bannings, you can do this. Fugitive spotted. Capture him. What formation? And you can't really disrupt my formation when I have Oh, that's hilarious. Now they're doing 0 damage to me. My best bet of sticking to Crossbow City is going to be from the freight line. Come hell or high water, I have to make it out of here in one piece, no matter what it takes. Yeah. Commendable effort. Would have thought a simple detective could hold out so long against the Born Again Defense Force. Is he a former teammate of 2nd Lieutenant Seekers? Maybe we shouldn't be so surprised. Enough talk, disarm him now. Remember, our orders are to take him alive. I don't think so. Damn. You can still move? I don't understand. Why bother going this far? Can you just not stomach your precious crossbow changing so much? Wake up. No matter how much you struggle, you'll never make a difference all on your own. That's not true. The only thing stopping us from making a difference is refusing to stand up and try. I refuse to be swept away by this. I refuse to just close my eyes and let the truth pass me by. People I care about need me, and I swear I'll take them back. So understand this. I will never give up. No matter how many times you knock me down, I won't surrender. You can break my legs, but I'll always get back on my feet. What's with this guy? What a shame. Charge of all command men. Let's see him get up after this. Roger. Aim for the legs. Don't back down now, Lloyd. Not until the bitter end. Kia Elitio, Randy Wazi, Chief Sergey. Please give me your strength. I'm disappointed in you. You seem to have forgotten to include someone in your prayer. Huh? What was that? It sounds like it's coming from inside my head. Eep. What the? Oh ho ho! It's the boy! Huh? What? Leave now, soldiers of this false paradise. This man falls under my charge. Confounded beast. Cause of the Defense Force would never let themselves surrender to mere cryptid. What? Well, must I repeat myself? No, that's quite alright. Retreat! Save me, Adios. Yeah, no, Adios will not be saving you. Should be saving me, though. It seemed I gave them a great deal more shock than I had intended. It has been ages since I've assumed this form after all. Perhaps I may have forgotten just how to restrain myself. There are so many things I could say about this right now, but I'll keep it short and ask just one question. And that would be... What the hell, Zeit? How's your timing always this good? Bro, this is actually badass. A holy beast sent by Adios, you? Well, that is not entirely correct. It will be simpler if you think of me in such terms. You already know the Septarians bestowed upon mankind by the grace of the goddess in times past. We holy beasts were tasked with keeping vigil over those treasures, as well as their keepers. When you say we, does that include the dragon that appeared during the Libero incident? An excellent deduction. That dragon is known as Ragnar. He's indeed one of my brethren. He remained in the land now known as Libero for centuries to observe the Septarian of space. However, even I am unaware of his current location now that his oath has been fulfilled. This is a little tough to follow. But would that mean you've been here in Crossville since the distant past yourself? That's correct. I've dwelled in this land since before the great collapse over 1200 years ago. As for the reason the Septarian of Mirage vanished from its domain, as well as the actions man took in the recent guided attempts to revive it, both are knowledge that I hold to a certain extent. Those are things the others and I never had the means to unearth on our own. The Septarian of Mirage, gifted by the goddess and inherited by the Croy family. Why did it disappear? And why does Key of all people bear the burden of trying to replace it? Please, I have to know the truth. Not just about what happened 1200 years ago, but how it relates to what Kia went through 700 years later. Very well. I presented myself in this form with every intention of telling you. The Septarian that Adios bestowed upon this land, its name was Demiurgus, the treasure that governed the power of Mirage. Mirage is the element that controls perception and cognition, so too does it hold dominion over causality. A portion of this land's people had a goal for its power, and at the center of their shared aspirations was the Croy family. That goal was to unseat Adios as a supreme deity, in lieu of a god that could walk amongst mankind. A god that could guide its people through empathy and infinite wisdom, a god that could change the very fabric of fate itself. On the surface, its power resembles that of the Aureole, which could grant man's desires without end. However, Demiurgos was bestowed with a high-minded dignity, and so was not subject to the same faults as the Shining Ring. Within it was the wisdom and judgment to guide humanity without corrupting it in the process. In wielding this power, Demiurgos was thus capable of shepherding mankind onto its proper path, and would have done so had its own heart not reached its limit. The world is an irrational place, and the people who live upon it are comprised of their numerous natures and deeds. To understand them and steer the course, Septarian acquired a sense of empathy just as humans have. With time, that empathy deteriorated Demiurgos' heart, giving way to an enervating anguish. Feared that if things continued, it would come to harm those it sought to protect. Thus, with the heavy heart, it steeled its resolve and made its decision. And so, by unthreading the nexus of its own causality, the Septarian of Mirage disappeared from this world. So that's what happened. But what about the people it left behind? What did they do? In the wake of the Septarian's departure, they were left bewildered, soured, and frightened. But instead of reflecting upon the motivations behind Demiurgos' choice, they strayed from the path it had sought to lead them onto. Thereafter, those zealots became obsessed with creating an entity commensurate to the Septarian they had lost. In the beginning, they were clueless, merely stumbling through the darkness. But after 700 years, they had gathered enough knowledge to not only develop, but master their own unique practice. Alchemy, a magical art capable of giving form to the formless. It was then that a grand plan was formulated. They founded the cult as a pawn to play from the shadows, then entrusted them with rearing the future core of the new Septarian. The land of Crossbow would then need to be primed for the grand ceremony, the pinnacle of alchemical transmutation. These were the measures outlined by the alchemists of the Croy family several hundred years ago. To ensure their plan was financially feasible, the Croy family adopted a public image as prestigious bakers. Meanwhile, the cult began the steps to eventually awaken the core that had become the object of their worship. Now, 500 years later, we have arrived at our current predicament. It's also unbelievable, but I feel like I can finally grasp the big picture. Zai, Maribel calls Kyo the Septarian of Zero. What does she mean by that? Does that make her different from the Septarian of Mirage? Unfortunately, I do not have the answer you seek. It could be that the Croy family made an unexpected discovery as their 1200-year delusion began to materialize. Delusion? I don't know about calling it a delusion. If that is the case, they may not have created an entity equal Demiurgos. That's to say, the Septarian of Zero may very well surpass the might of the original. The Aeon of White is one such example. The power demonstrated was not that of its own, but rather of a Septarian. However, the Septarian of Mirage did not possess the ability to manipulate reality so instantaneously. That faculty is more akin to a different higher element, space. Assuming there is even more to their artificial Septarian than we currently know, I cannot begin to fathom what it may be capable of. I was afraid you'd say that. There's one more thing I'd like to ask. Based on what you've told me, Kia, she isn't really human, is she? She is, and yet she is not. Kia is a synthetically created being designed to serve as the core of a manufactured Septarian. She is most likely a homunculus that was created through advanced transmutation. Kia probably realized the truth herself a long time ago, and yet never once did she stop smiling for us. Kia. Tangram? We're all the way up here? Is this the Calvardian border? Yes, the Defense Force soldiers should have difficulty finding us here. This would be a good opportunity to rest. Thanks, Zai. Really saved me back there. Huh? What is that? A barrier of some sort that appeared around Crossbell City. It would seem that only those that are permitted may freely enter and exit. Those that are not cannot pass through it at all, be they living creatures or machines. You've got to be kidding. As you saw when you escaped, Pleroma grass has begun to bloom all throughout the state of Crossbell. Be accurate to think of it as a sign that the land itself has become one with the newly born Septarian. Zai, just what is Pleroma grass? I've heard that it shares some sort of connection to the septium veins on the ground. It was once the proverbial eyes of the former Septarian of Mirage. As it bloomed, Demiurgos could observe and understand the surface world. It is also capable of distorting the surrounding space when spiritually linked to the Septarian. That is the most probable cause of the cryptid's sudden emergence. Such beings should not exist on this plane by nature. I think I understand. Those disgusting rituals the DG cult was conducting. They're all about taking advantage of the Pleroma grass properties to perfect Gnosis, right? Yes, their goal is to accumulate the knowledge and personalities of the victims who fell to the drug's influence. Said corpus of data will subsequently be transferred into the girl slumbering within the cradle of the Sunfort. The vast amounts of information would then self-organize to nurse forth the high-minded dignity they sought to recreate. And then after 500 years, the core of the Septarian awoke. That is the extent of my knowledge. The situation in which you find yourself is the will of the cult's puppet masters, meticulously crafted over the course of centuries. On that topic, the choices presented to you now are rather limited. Would you not prefer to flee to foreign soil until the storm has subsided? I understand why you'd ask. My uncle's home is in Calvert, so it's true that I have somewhere to lay low if I had to. But no, that's not an option. There's work to be done here, I have answers to find and a case to crack. Do you now? Solving this crisis and covering the truth will be more than just a one-man job too. Ellie, Tio, Randy, and not just them, everyone. I need all of their strength. So you see, I can't run, I can't hide, I have to go back and face it all. Sorry to do this after you brought me all the way here, but I still have a duty to fulfill. What truth are you hoping to ascertain? Isn't it obvious? I don't care about her powers or where she came from. What I want to know is what Kia wants more than anything else in this world. I need to hear it straight from her heart. And chances are, I'll never be able to find that out unless I bring her home. There's also the matter of what happened to the old Septarian. How can we expect Kia to shoulder the burden Demi-Orgos couldn't? Kia is like family to me. I could never just sit by and let her suffer that fate. So I'm going to take her back, even if that means kicking the president and Arios off of their pedestals. Good to see a little stint in the clink hasn't changed Crossbell's father of the year. Wait a minute. Huh? Hey, Wazzy! And Wazzy, what are you doing here? Wait, Abbas and Reese and Kevin too? Good to see you again, Beddings. Indeed, it's been too long. Hey, have you been hanging these past 4 months? Thanks for remembering me, by the way. Hard to forget the names and faces of the Septarian Church's Gralsritter. Wait, Wazzy, does that mean you're... Haha. Wazzy Hemisphere, the Sapphire Testament. Otherwise known as the 9th dominion of the Gralsritter of the Septian Church. Hey! It's a pleasure to make your reacquaintance. You what? Incidentally, I am a knight of the Gralsritter. I work in the service of Wazzy. You've got to be kidding me. Have you two really been stringing me all along all this time? Wait a second. When we first met Reese, neither of you said even a word about any of this. My apologies. I pretended not to know who he was. Father Wazzy's undercover mission is regarded with the utmost secrecy. Arrival here completely fooled that old grump Erelda. He had no idea who the real mole was. I really owe her one for that. Happy to be of service. I mean, yeah, for once Reese standing out like the sort of thumb she is worked out. Andrew could have seen through her sister act. I bet the Archbishop was beside himself when she walked through the door. I have no idea what you're talking about. Besides, you're hardly in any position to preach to me about how to successfully go undercover, knowing your track record. To be fair, none of them look anything like your average clergy people. Yeah. Okay, that's enough catching up for now. You see, the actual reason we're here is because he called us. You mean Zeit? Yes, that is correct. I had a hunch your resolve would remain firm, so I thought it prudent to recruit collaborators on your behalf. We got a full party! Let's go! Oh. Now you know I've been infiltrating Crossbell, you can probably fill in the blanks. But the Gralsritter has seen this situation coming for a while now. To a certain degree, at least. Still, there were a lot of gaps to bridge. We didn't know the Croy family was behind the conspiracy, for one, or Kia's true identity. Zeit recently brought us up to speed on the whole story, like I'm sure he did with you. That being said, what we are contending with here is an artificial reconstructed Septarian of Mirage. This situation is far beyond the scope of the Gralsritter's typical duty of artifact retrieval. As such, the circumstances would normally make this out of our jurisdiction. But on the other hand, we couldn't just ignore the society's involvement in this little brouhaha. That's where you come in, Mr. Detective. You're our in for getting our hands dirty. That's about the size of it. I think we'll be allowed to intervene if it's under the guise of collaborating with you. Pretty much, yeah. So Lloyd, what do you say? There's just one thing I need to confirm first. Kia, what does the church plan to do with her? Right, for the jugular, that one's a toughie. Yes, but being dishonest will get us nowhere with him. I agree, he deserves to know the truth. Then that's what we'll give him. The Septarian of Zero is far more dangerous than the Septarian of Space the Oriole ever was. That much is for certain, even if we still haven't grasped the full breadth of her powers yet. You've been locked away for weeks. Are you aware at all of what's been happening around the continent? Not really. All I've heard is that civil war is broken out in the Empire. Boy, has it. It all got put on the fast track after the armor division they tried to send across the border got snuffed out. They know the Golden Stallion rolls, but every time they tried to push back, they got whooped all over again by those Aeons. Right when things were going to Gehenna in a handbasket over there, the Noble Alliance troops scuttled out and occupied Heimdall. It was then that the Blood and Iron Chancellor was shot. No one's seen him since. Now that the Empire is ablaze in the flames of civil war, few expect it to be doused anytime soon. Meanwhile, the Republic has been in an economic crisis as a result of Crossbell's actions. Top of that, terrorist activity has been in full swing to the point where the President has formally declared a state of emergency. When it rains, it pours. You don't even know the half of it. It's not like things are coming up roses in other countries either. Questionable activity is beginning to surface in regions Ereboni and Calvert have traditionally had under their thumbs. All the while, President Croy has been pressuring heads of state throughout the continent. To have them bend and eat a Crossbell, that is. And naturally, he has the power of the Septarian to coerce them with. Exactly. It had the ability to repel the Imperial Army, one of the most powerful military forces in all of Zemuria. And that's just with the 3 archaisms the society supplied. What do you think would happen if they were mass-produced, souped up by the Septarian of Zero and deployed continent-wide? He would never agree to that, not when it means harming innocent people. In all technicality, it does not seem that the archaisms are controlled by the Septarian directly. More likely, the Septarian's powers granted them the ability to move autonomously as her guardians. Much like that Ren girl's archaism, Pater made her. No way. I incline to agree on that point, Haas. I seriously doubt that little girl is in the driver's seat here, there. That makes it all the easier for those Aeons to be abused by just about anyone, with her none the wiser. Whether or not Kia is consciously in control is beside the point. Power like that is still much too dangerous to ignore. Okay, now I know where the church stands, but despite your stake in this, I'd like to ask for your cooperation. Really? I thought you were going to turn us down for sure. I'm just being realistic. I know this is something I can do by myself. Time isn't on my side either. The longer this drags on, the more Kyo will be made to suffer. But let me make one thing perfectly clear. If you lay even one hand on Kyo, I'll stop you, even if it means fighting to my dying breath. Not the only one. Ellie, Tio, Randy, they would say the same thing. We'll never let you take her. Call it a fallacy, call it illogical. I don't care. We're her family, and we won't let you hurt her. Damn, I knew you were a sharp guy, but I didn't know you had that kind of fire in you. I think I'm starting to get why you like him so much, Wazzy. That's a light way to put it. The man stole my heart. I'm serious, Wazzy. If you... I know. As the Dominion of the Graal's Ritter, I swear on Adios' name. You will not be excluded from how we choose to deal with her. Your opinions and input will be heard. I know that's not ideal, but this is the best I can do given our position. Sound good to you? Yeah, it's enough for now. Then we have a deal. Okie dokie, time to get to work. Let's move out, gang. Oh boy. What's that? Ah, that sound. It harkens me back to times past. The heavenly chariot, I take it. Airships. Tactical crafts reserved for use by the Graal's Ritter. We call them Merkaba. Each is equipped with a number of stealth functions, including but not limited to optical camouflage. They'll be just what we need to stay discreet while traveling through cross-Bellin airspace. Well, Lloyd, ready to go? Yeah, let's do this. Kia, everyone, wait for me, I'm coming. Fragments! Crossing False Paradise. End. We should have 335. That tells you how many DP I'm missing. The Prison of Hard Knocks, yeah. And with that out of the way, that is going to be it for today's stream. As we can tell, my voice is going again. This is a daily occurrence on this channel. But I'll be back with the finale. Well, not the literal finale. The finale chapter tomorrow. We'll probably split it into like 3 or 4 segments.